Good afternoon. So, despite all the ugly out here, I felt like it was worth showing you how a garden fizzles down, especially mine's. It starts out great in the springtime, and then towards the end of summer, you're excited, but then all of a sudden things kind of get a little bit out of control, especially if you have a huge yellow jacket nest, which I had, which is gone now, for now. And so I'm able to come out here and kind of get things back in order. All right, so I moved this table here so we can utilize this if we want to come out here, put the chairs around it. It's set back there, but I'm afraid that a branch is going to fall out of that tree. And so I think it'll be better here. It gets great afternoon sun, so that'll be nice to be able to come out and enjoy that. This pot here was glorious all season long. Has some Dichondra, some chocolate drop coleus, and these two other varieties. I've been slowly cutting off this massive show here and giving it away as to people who might want to overwinter it. You know, cutting it off at the stem and letting it root and then just giving pieces away. I still have plenty to enjoy until the 30-degree temperatures take it. So it looks like it's going to be a really mild winter, so it may be quite a while that I'll still be able to enjoy that amount of color. This is a Hosta here, which is at the end of its season. Cypress, some type of plant. I planted in the spring. Here's a tag. Passion Paris. It was on the discount rack, and it looks good. So I'll be looking forward to having those blooms in the spring. As you can see, it was 50% off. Keep that in there until I really remember this by heart. That should be great next season. I had a lantern here, which I put on that table for now, but opens up that space to put something there if I want. Lemon balm is pretty much done. I cut it. Behind that is the glorious drift of hostas here, which are still looking pretty good. They're a little tattered and ripped up, but for the most part still nice and structural. So I'll keep that. I think I lost one of my purple sand cherries. I don't know why. It's really crispy. Parts of it is. So hopefully it rebounds at some point, and then I'll have the two. This one got a little moldy and fungusy too, so I'm not sure what's going on with them, but if I have to replace them, it's not that hard to do. Beyond that, you have the Montauk Daisies, which I get on everybody else about cutting them down in June, so you have a nice mound of daisies. But I didn't do that for my own daisies because of the bees, and then they were just very overgrown. So look past that, because next year I'll be on them. I can't cut them down, but in the spring I'll cut them, and then in June I'll cut them again, possibly. I think that's how it works. Or I'll just wait until June and then just cut them in half, and then they'll be nice. I think I'll do that. But anyway, they're just going to look a little cattywampus for now. But you get some nice little daisy blossoms in the meantime. So I'll enjoy those. Lemon cypress is being buried. I had a heuchera here, which is pretty much gone for this season because it was smothered by this daisy that kind of smothered it, but it's still there. There's a hosta in there as well, so everything will be good in the spring. Rhododendron here has a coreopsis. Looks good. They filled in quite nicely. These plantation lilies are doing well. Yeah, it sounds a bit crazy. Again, it's plantation lilies. Um, okay, yeah, living in the city is rough, but it's okay. As the azalea and this rhododendron here, they're doing quite nice. See, this apple tree turns out to not be an apple tree. It's more like a crab apple tree. Like the fruit won't ever be the size of an apple. I think it was the you know, because it was a store-bought apple, it reverted back to its root stock, which is not an apple, but it is an apple, but it's not an apple. I'm not a, what is it? I don't have a botany degree, but you know what I mean. So anyway, I love the blossoms because nonetheless they're still the same as a apple tree and they have a really fragrant scent. So I'll keep trimming it and keep it in here for now. But my dreams and hopes of having apples won't ever happen with this tree, but it provides a good amount of architecture and branching for birds to land on, and for me to learn how to prune, because I really like the fact that I cut that leader off and it has these nice little elegant branching here. So you know, it'll stay for now. Anywho, I have this cosmos, cosmos, which I really like. I love cosmos, and it has been providing blossoms. Here's a good one. Here's a really good one. Here's it providing color all fall, and it'll do that all the way up until frost. And I'm sure I've said this before, but it's very easy to take the seeds off of here. You just crumble it, and then those black things are the seeds. I don't know if they overwinter in the ground, but I've collected enough of them that this will permanently be my cosmos area going forward. Although I might have to move that Hosta, which is being buried. I have this burning bush, which hasn't turned at all yet, but that'll be a glorious shade of red. I want this to get really big here and then just be this burning bush in the fall time, which is what it's known for. This Hosta is one of my favorites. I love how big it gets, and it still looks magnificent, and it's almost November. I planted this Japanese maple this year, and unfortunately it has powdery mildew. Hopefully that's a one and done, and that's not something that it's plagued with every year, or I will definitely have to move it from this area. But yeah, so that's that. It's a heucherella down there, some mondo grass, and a ton of weeds. I've been weeding and pulling and throwing everything over here, which gets composted down. And then, you know, this is just this raw area, which I was going to put a patio here, but I don't know at this point. I think, you know, I'll still sleep on that, but for now this is where all my leaf go, and I compost it down. I don't really use the soil, but it just enriches this area, so if I ever wanted to use it for something, it'll be ready for that. I had a bin here which had a Wigularia in it. It also had some nasturtium and some other stuff. I got rid of everything else, and I put the Wigelia or Wigularia, however you pronounce it, in the ground here, and hopefully that spreads and just adds some corner little structure here. There's a Coreopsis right beneath that, and then we have this what is this called? A thornless quince. Yeah, so which has put on quite a bit of size. So I'll really looking forward to having that with those rose type blossoms. They're doubles, so that'll be nice and full and beautiful here in this corner in next year. So that'll be nice. Some rhododendrons here of different varieties. Have the Con-Easter, and Con-Ester plant here. I have a Delaware azalea here. Another azalea here, pink one. A Karen, I think it's called a Karen, or another Con-Ester. They were all off the dollar rack one year. This one is really looking quite nicely with the berries on it. That's beautiful. So this area, I wanted to just fill in and trail and be kind of cool. I'm gonna put some more gravel down here and let this area just be, for sitting and hanging out. My upo, which I planted in, I only had one packet of seeds left, and thank God I did the upo dance, because one I got, oops, darn, it's my shell from the Philippines. Just put that on there. I did the upo dance and I was able to get 2 upo this season. Hopefully one of them I can harvest seeds from it. So this is what I've been doing though, just pulling this vine down and cleaning up for the winter, putting things into the bin. I could compost that, but it's not necessary. But anyway, there's the one hopefully I'll get some seeds from. Hopefully you can see it. Can you see it? You can't miss it once you see it. There it is. It's huge. It's about 2 feet long. Hopefully it ripens up and I can get some seeds from that. Tomato plants are done. Pepper plants are done. Corn was a bust, but I did get a couple ears of corn to save seeds from them. These leaves are glorious. Nice upo. Yeah, rose bush, which was planted here, got some type of fungus and that died. It does have one little branch here which is struggling to survive. If it survives, great. If it doesn't, I'll rip that out. Don't let anything that's not bring you joy stick around for too long. Rose bush here did poorly. Once the summer hit, it got a little virus, but I cut it down and it looks good. Same thing with this one. It got really bug eaten after I stopped spraying it with the bonide. Where is it? This stuff, all seasons horticultural spray. As long as I was spraying it with this, it was fine. But once I stopped coming out here and applying that, the bugs were like, aha, he forgot, and then just kind of like decimated this rose here. But I think it'll be great next year. I have my oregano, German thyme, and different types of thymes, wheat growing in here, but the thyme, you rub it and you smell it and it's amazing, very aromatic, beautiful stuff. I've cut bundles of this and just literally put like a zip tie around them and set them on the mantle in the house. I mean, it's not the most pleasant smell, but it's pretty cool. I like it. Nobody has complained yet, so I trimmed this one off and I gathered it and put the zip tie and took it inside, so getting that ready for the winter. Rather than that, just kind of cleaning up stuff and moving things around. And I had this pepper plant and this Filipino spinach, which I was not ready to part with yet, so I decided to just throw those 2 plants in this greenhouse and try to get a little bit more life out of them, since it's not going to get cold right away. So that's that. I have my gooseberry, which I might have to just give away because it's not going back inside. I have my kale, which have performed wonderfully. I may just move this pot somewhere where it's protected and let it overwinter in this pot, because kale can do that, especially this dinosaur variety. On the other side here, I have ginger root. The stem looks amazing, which means that there's some roots under here somewhere. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Ginger root. Ha. Awesome. Let's see if we got some more. Ginger. Awesome. Here's my nice ginger. If it was in a nice little horizontal pot here, I probably would have got some more. But that's cool. You know, I think this is the original piece, and then that's all that grew from it. But yeah, I'll plant some more next year. You know, it's just a fun little experiment here. If I had to feed the village, everybody would be starving. But yeah, so I'm just gonna keep on cleaning up, and that's that. Peace and blessings, and happy growing.